name's Mark Liquor.
What does punk mean to you?
Well, punk means to me individualism, fucking DIY, change, tolerance, understanding, anti-fascism, anti-homophobia, good sense of humour, not fucking, what you call it, so fucking sensitive you can fucking break when somebody farts, for fuck's sake. You know, a little bit of an edge, but it means well. And we've fought the good fight, we'll continue the good fight. And it's all about DIY, not your fucking clothes. Yeah, okay, I'm Mr. Spiky, but you know what I mean? It don't matter what you fucking look like, because that's the fucking point. It don't matter what you look like. It's what's inside that fucking matters. And you find them in shitload of punks, most of us are just big sweethearts anyway.
So you were one of the originals hanging out here.
Yes, I am.
Tell me what it was like then and how it's different today.
Well, on the bridge, for example, this is all about the bridge, right? So, in the 80s, in the 90s, it was pretty much a fucking meeting point, mostly around on the Canal, and up around here, when there was gigs coming on. We didn't fucking come around here. We didn't come around here to pose on the fucking bridge. Even though, you know, below the fucking mob from fucking King's Road and the Piccadilly mob used to come down and used to get the fucking photo money down there, because that was a bit of a postcard fucking area, and the tourists used to go. But the problem with them cunts is that they were fucking ripping off other punks. And they were just a bunch of nasty lot. A lot of punks down here were mostly from the East End, and most of the East End fuckers were from Ireland and different other fucking places. There's always been an international fucking scene. They were just a bunch of English twats pissing about. You know what I mean? And it's always been a healthy fucking international scene. But on the bridge, it was basically, I could say, a nice healthy meeting spot for people to come and meet. It wasn't a fucking TikTok wank like these cunts up here. It was none of that. It was just a meeting point to hang out and have a laugh and drink yourself stupid and find out what's going on. This is before the fucking internet. You know what I mean? This is before. It was like, okay, I'll see you next time. What are you doing? All right. There must have been a time we was all squatting together anyway. So let's go down there. And the thing is, sort of people that were taking pictures, a lot of them wouldn't fucking ask. So a lot of cameras went in that fucking river, you know what I mean? In the canal, you know? You know, so his expression goes, if you treat me like a cunt, then you get a cunt, you know what I mean? So basically, we'd all hang out here, and there was a couple of, like, sometime in the 90s, so actually more like 2000s, the early 2000s, we had a little squad of bands that used to come up and meet here, like the Filaments, the Short Bus Windlickers, that's my old band, and the fucking, there's a Defcon Zero, and the King Blues. And we had a little club called fucking CBR, which is more like a piss take, called Camden Bridge Rats. Camden Bridge Rats. But then again, we're just hanging out. We're just hanging out, you know, but by not doing, we used to get sniped all the time. And you get this guy down here in the market, he used to take pictures on the sly, then paint over it and sell his paintings down there. And I was just hanging out. So he's getting rich, we want to get you fuck all. So we used to get like fucking, a little sign, you say, £1 photo, and then the sign would say fuck off. If they try to do it, just hide behind the fucking thing. And then we just come hang out doing that. It wasn't a money-making scheme, even though one time me and 6 mates were hanging out here years ago, and we made 600 quid, because these fucking twats couldn't tell between a £1 coin and a £2 coin. And then she's standing in a row here, like a little fucking parade of photo people taking pictures and giving them money. We're like, all right then. So we got a bunch of pizza and a bunch of ding-dong and fucking bunch of beer, and then finished that, went to the pub, we went, you know who we are, slapped on the bar, and they went, all right, keep the beer coming till it runs out. And I went home with a fucking $1 in my pocket. And a $1 in my fucking pocket. How the fuck did I have that? It was all behind the bar was sacked, because we all got split equally, you know what I mean? Yeah. It was fucking nuts, man. But then we was like fucking hanging out here, and they used to get these chances, little chances to come on the fucking bridge, dress up like punks, because they knew they could get the photo money, and get so out of fucking hand, that it would and start shit with the fucking general public, and start chucking bottles at buses and just getting really out of hand, and they would fuck it up for the rest of us. So we ended up getting fucking kicked off the bridge for fucking couple of years. And it was like, thank you very much, you fucking prick. Now we can't fucking chill out, not let alone open a beer. They used to come up and nick our fucking beer and pour it out in front of us. You know what I mean? Unopened beer, right? So I was like, fuck off. So that was a while, and then we were hanging out for a wee bit, and it was like fluctuating kind of things where you just come meet up, and it's like chance to see what happened if you actually get kicked off the bridge or not by the fucking CSOs. There was one fucking CSO, I was taking a piss right there, and he goes, hey, I want to work with you, and I was like, when you get a job, a real job, come talk to me, and he goes, "It's a real job." No, it's a shit job. So fuck off, you cunt. You know what I mean? You fucking wazzick. And you fucking basically pour the beers out. They're not real coppers anyway, so they just fucking kick you off. And then a couple of years come by, and then he shows up with goes one fucking idiot that I know, well, remain nameless, turned him onto the bridge. And because he's full of fucking tattoos and shit like that, he was obviously getting a bit of attention. But then a lot of the fucking ugly cunts, they're around here, the other punks I know from the fucking 80s and shit, they're all fucking covered in tattoos and whatever the fuck, a bit, worn out, but whatever. But he's a pretty boy, so like, oh, he's fucking glorious. And then TikTok generation all jumping on the bandwagon and bitching at each other and turning chunks and going, oh, I don't believe this. And they're basically putting us all underneath, anybody in the 50 and up club in the same underneath the same fucking umbrella, calling anybody a fucking in the 50 and up club is a fucking paedophile, for fuck's sake. It's like, fuck off, man. And I was like, where's those cunts fucking yapping about that? I'll fucking chuck them in the river for fucking saying shit like that, you know what I mean? I mean, the old bitch fest to have online, all that bollocks. It's like, fuck off, keep me out of your bollocks, but don't fucking put me under an umbrella as some kind of rogging because I still hang on the fucking bridge. I only go there to drink a fucking beer. I don't make money out of this. He makes the business, and he fucking only shares the fucking wealth around. He fucking chucks a couple of pennies my way, because if you don't, then you get a slap, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? So fucking, that's about it, really. That's up to date.
That's like the entire interview right there and
then. Right there.
So then I have to ask you a couple questions, though, if you don't mind. So about the music.
Yeah.
What is punk music like today? Because it's
always fucking fluctuated. It's always been fucking wide variety of different things that come in the umbrella of punk. It's nothing just charged, fucking fast and nasty stuff, in your face shit. It can come into anything. It just has this feeling to it that envelops it. It hits the note of people who understand. There's an old saying that says, punk is for the punks, not for the businessman. That's fucking, that's Flux of Pink Indians. That's from Flux of Pink Indians.
Okay.
Classic fucking band. From the late 70s, early 80s, very good. They used to be called the Epileptics, but they're fucking very good. But the punk nowadays is so different veins, and because of the fucking pandemic, because of the pandemic, there was a lot of people that couldn't go to gigs and had this split screen kind of practice thing where they were basically pissing around. They couldn't go to practice place because it was closed, so you sit around practicing then, and that time, by the time they got the people out of the fucking pandemic and the lockdown, they actually got quite fucking good. Because all these bands had exploded. The bands I've never fucking heard of, and I thought I was fucking clued up, and they're really fucking good. So a lot of the new bands coming out today are absolutely fucking mind-blowing. Very good. That's my old band logo.
What was your band again?
My old band was called Butcher Baby. Right. From the song from the Plasmatics.
And what did you do? Were you?
I was a singer, yeah. I like this one. It's the latest one. It's a couple of years old. It's quite a number of years old actually, but whatever. Yeah.
You are awesome.